Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I have another Frugal Friday. On Frugal Fridays I like to just show some ways that I save myself money by being frugal, by stretching bulk food out, or by shopping and going thrifting. So that's kind of what Frugal Fridays are all about. For today's video they had ground beef on sale. Now this is the 80/20, so it has more fat. It's like the fattiest one that you can get. So I'm going to show you how I would handle this bulk amount of ground beef. What we're going to do is we're going to fluff it up with some veggies, and then I'm going to cook half of it to have in the freezer just ready to go for a meal. And then for the other half we are going to be making chili. Actually a third. I'm going to use a third for chili, and then 2/3 we're going to cook up, so we just have cooked hamburger in the freezer. So let's get to it. If you're new to the channel, my name is Carolina. I live in Montana. I do a lot of pantry cooking, budget shopping, and product reviews on my channel. If that's the kind of content you're into, I hope you'd consider subscribing. I'd love to have you come join me. Alright guys, so let's get in here and let's whip up some chili. Alright, let me go over my ingredients. I have some diced onion. I usually do diced bell peppers, but I have this diced celery mixed with parsley, so I need to get this used up. We're going to use that instead. Right, for the diced tomatoes, we're going to do a can of fire roasted, and then we're going to do a can with green chilies. That's going to be pretty good. We are going to throw in a can of tomato sauce, maybe another one if I feel like we need it. I have these vegetarian beans. I think it's just like pork and beans, but without the pork. So these are navy beans with water, sugar, tomato paste, and spices. So we're going to do 2 cans of those. 1 can of black beans. 1 can of kidney beans. And then I have my Cincinnati chili seasoning. So that is what we're going to do, and then we'll taste it and see if it needs more. So for now, we're going to just go ahead and turn our burners on. Alright, it's smoking, it's just burning off some oil. It's fine, it's fine. So let's go ahead and open this. Oh, puppy's about to sit down. Okay, sorry guys. If you wonder why the tripod keeps moving, it's this cute little guy down here. Shaking it, Kobe. Could you lay anywhere besides on the camera? Much better, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to have it move too much, but that's that. All right, so I might have to cook some of this in batches. That's a lot right there. Oh, all right, moved you over here. Maybe we'll put it less. Alright, so celery, parsley, there's some white onion as well. So my plan of attack on this hamburger is to have 2/3 of that to be frozen for the freezer. So that's what the front cast iron pan is for. We're going to cook one of those thirds at a time. And in the back, that is for our chili. It's easier for me to do this when I'm handling a large amount of meat at a time. Just cook it all at once, make something for dinner, or just cook it all and package it on the sides so you have convenient proteins already cooked in the freezer. Alright, let's get this meat mixed in with the onions and the celery. That'll add a lot of flavor, plus extra veggies. I'm going to have to do the ground beef for the freezer in 2 batches, which is fine. Maybe we'll leave one just regular seasoned, so I'll put like salt and pepper on it, and then we'll do another taco season. So that way we don't have to add anything to it when we're done. We can just add the meat to whatever it is we're cooking and kneading it for. Alright, so I'm just going to keep going at this until it's all cooked, and then I'm going to open all my cans, and then I'll bring it back. I also have some cooked peppered bacon in here. Let's just throw some of that in there for some extra flavor. And then I'll add the last bit for this ground beef here. That gets that used up. Add a little more protein. Stretch it out a bit. Alright, this is cooked. Interesting, it's turning pink. I mean, this stuff is definitely cooked. I looked up why it would be pink, and it's just a protein in it. So I deemed it safe. I looked it up. It was fine. So we went ahead and kept using it. And now I'm just going to make a second batch here with the bacon, some more celery, onions, and more ground beef. And then we will be done. And all this has to do is cool down, and then we'll package it up. All right, I got the meat for the chili drain. I think it's just part of the bacon. All right, and then we're gonna add all our cans. Got our tomatoes. Tomato sauce. Oh man, that went everywhere. Oops. Vegetarian beans. The background started to get a little loud, so after that I added the black beans and the kidney beans, which both of those I rinsed. I did not do that to the vegetarian beans though, because I wanted the flavoring in the sauce. So those are going to get added in. We're going to mix all that up while I'm cooking the rest of the ground beef in the front, and then we're just going to let that chili simmer and that ground beef cool down. I decided that it was a little chunky, so I added one more can of tomato sauce, and then once the meat got pulled off, I pulled it to the front, got it mixed up, and then we are going to add our chili seasoning as well. The kids did say this was a little spicy, so I am going to add a little less next time, but we added crackers and they ended up being fine. Hey everybody, it is the next morning. I'm sorry I did not record putting this in the bags and vacuum sealing it, but all the hamburger that I got cooked up, I got 3 packs out of it, and this is a pretty good amount, so we'll just be able to, you know, we can have this thawed in the fridge, or honestly I just cook it from frozen. I open it up and just throw it in a pan on low, and it'll start cooking it up till you can break it up. And then we have some leftover chili. I put some here in these soup molds that I have. These are 1 cup portions, and these like 1 cups here would be perfect for a chili dog, or I don't know, chili burgers. Anytime you just want a little bit of chili, not all of it. So we can just put 1 in there. I think I might just do 2 though, because with, you know, a family of 5, it's always going to get eaten. The kids ate theirs last night. They said it was a little spicy. Once we added the crackers, though, it wasn't too bad. So there we go. And then this is my chamber vacuum. I absolutely love this. If you don't have a chamber vacuum, then you can use a vacuum sealer as well. Boom! There we go. Vacuum sealed chili. And then when this thaws, you know, it would become 1, but that's fine. When to become 1. Sorry. All right, let's do this other one. Ooh, what do the kids say nowadays? That's so satisfying. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this. I'm gonna write homemade chili. I am gonna write a little spicy too, just so future Carolina is aware that this one was a smidgen spicy. And then the month and the year, and this is going in my freezer. Look at that. And then the good thing about these is that they stack well too. You can have them stacked up like that, you know. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think this turned out to be a fantastic deal. For $15 worth of meat, I was able to get 3 future proteins for meals, 2 future chili proteins or single servings, plus I got that whole thing of chili for last night and we have a little extra for today. So that turned out to be fantastic. Everything else that I used, I took out of my pantry. Another reason why it's important to have a stocked pantry. You never know when you might be able to get a good deal on something, and you can be doing this throughout your day while you're doing other stuff. Well, thank you for coming along and seeing what I got for my Frugal Friday. If you have any ideas on what you would like to see for Frugal Friday, please leave them down in the comments below. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I'll catch you next time on Mama Bears.